And so people that weren't necessarily the creme de la creme, now we're stuck with what's left. And we're trying to fill seats. I will say, the economic demise of something like a Spirit is a bad thing for those people. We're now starting to get them coming to the big airlines. And so that's good for the passengers. It's good for them. They do have experience. But that rapid desire to grow post-pandemic, my airline went from 10,000 pilots to, as of last week, 18,000 in 2.5, 3 years.
Damn.
That changes.
Where'd those new pilots come from?
Everywhere.
The internet?
Mostly Microsoft Flight Simulator? No. Mostly the regionals. We'd already drained the military, so they're coming up as fast as they can. And they, out of college, restricted ATP at 1,250 hours, flight of 1,500, interview, and right in the door, right in the right seat of a 757, and 2 years later, you're a captain. And you're talking about 26, 25.
Ooh.
So that slow down judgment isn't there either. The hardest thing I have to do at work, Tucker, is explain to my new first officers that when you see on your papers that the van leaves at 8:00, that's go, not show. Don't show up and then pay your credit card bill and all these things. They're young. I don't want to generationalize this and say that whole entire, because my son's of that generation and he's responsible. They're just irresponsible, want to do it their own way.
Right.
They're just green at life, not just at piloting.
No,
they're green at life. They haven't dealt with responsibilities and things. And, they don't want to fly. They call fatigued a half hour before the flight. And it's like, dude, you had better be where you need to be. That's what they pay us for. Right?
You've had people crap out a half an hour before?
Saturday night in Newark, and I was a passenger. Yeah.
No way. Like just too hungover to fly?
No, he'd flown from one airport into Newark. It started at 9:00 at night, flew a 30-minute flight. They were going to reassign him to cover the late flight. And he just said, no, I'm fatigued.
Oh, wow.
So that becomes a problem too. So all of these reasons that we need to maybe hold on to our senior pilots to mentor our junior pilots a little longer, they add up.
What, just to finish it up, what happened to the kid who asked you what you're looking at while you're landing?
We talked about it. He's good. He'll be just fine. And I've talked to the training department and explained to them that we have some questions out there. So I'll see him again shortly on another trip and we'll talk about it again, but I'm sure he's...
In all these decades of flying, have you ever been afraid in a plane?
Never.
Not one time?
Never. Don't have time to, Tucker. Instinct takes over, adrenaline takes over. If your pilot's afraid, they probably shouldn't be there.
No, that's right.
In fact, everything just slows down. As fast as I go, and I am, most people say, sure, you talk too fast. No, I say, you listen too slow. But, when it comes down to the emergency, everything just stops. And that's what you want.
Have you had emergencies?
I've been blessed. No. My husband, however, has a black cloud over his head.
Really? What happened to him? I'm looking at him out of the corner of my eye right now. He looks very calm, I must say.
1998 on St. Patty's Day. Yesterday was the anniversary of his almost near death. It was a near midair at Newark. Let's see, is that a rapid decompression, an explosive decompression, a full hydraulic system failure? And he took one of my flights because we were on the same airplane at the time, and he flew to Santiago, Chile, and he had a complete standby power system failure, which is something that should have never happened in a Boeing 767.
So what does that mean?
It means they armed the autopilot for the approach. An explosion came out of the dash. Everything goes crazy. The first officer flies. They have no auto brakes. They have no speed brakes. They have no number one radio.